Well, it's Saturday the 24th of August and I've just come back after 2 weeks away on holiday. My daughter's been watering the garden for me and picking the runner beans, but I went straight out and I found these runner beans, and this one at the front is 18 inches long. I've never seen such long runner beans, and there's a few more to pick out there yet. And I'll go out into the garden. Some of it needs a good douse of water. But finally we've got some plums that are now ripe, and I've tasted one already and they're absolutely delicious. So I'll go out with the camera now. Here's some of the plums. Try to go. So I shall be picking a few more of those later on today. The greenhouse isn't looking too good. It looks like while I've been away that the cucumber has just gone balmy. It's growing out through the window almost. Tomatoes, maybe they should have been watered a little bit more. So I'll see what I can save on the tomatoes. I haven't rummaged yet to see what cucumbers there are, but there may be some somewhere hiding behind the leaves. I'll have a little bit of a rummage now. I can see one just at the back there. Maybe another one down there. There's a rotten tomato down there. Oh, there's another cucumber there. So we've got some cucumbers coming. Tomatoes, but they're not seem to be ripening too much. In fact, they're very dry, so I'm going to have to give them a good soaking. It may be too late. And out in the garden, well, everything, the grass is going to be cutting. The potatoes that I planted, they're coming through. And I noticed they're coming through there. I asked my daughter to top the pots up, and she's been doing that. And top pots are nearly full to the top already. So the potatoes have been growing. Camera's just about to run out because I've been using it while I've been away. I did come down here. You can see where I've just dug the spade over there. Unfortunately, I can see while we've been away that we've had the visit of a mole, and there's a few places where he's been. But here you will see the tomatoes as well that I planted before I went away. They're coming through as well. So on Monday I shall be busy sometime in the garden, doing some cleaning and tidying up and everything else, and there'll still be plenty more beans to come on here, plenty more growing, plenty more on there yet. So, and the ones at the back as well, but they all need a good soaking. Some raspberries on there. So it'll be a good day in the garden sometime on some of the time on Monday, I think, to sort it out. The roses don't look too good, but that's what happens when you go away for 2 weeks. We had a good holiday. We've been on a cruise. We're on a 14-day cruise with P&O from Southampton, so we've had a long journey back today. It took it just over 8 hours on the bus and with a taxi as well. And we went down to the Canary Islands and then to Cadiz in the south of Spain and Lisbon on the way back as well. Flowers are not looking too bad. I brought all these around here before we went away. Good soaking, and still get some life in these things yet. It's Monday, it's the 26th of August, and over the weekend since I came back from my holiday I've mowed the lawn and done a few jobs around the garden, and I had intended to get some more seed potato today to plant just one more row in the garden, but there was none left. So I've just got some here, some of the potatoes that I've left while we were away that have started to sprout. A few of them, and I'm just going to choose the best of these, and I'm going to use these and to see how they will turn out. So I'll go down and I'll just plant these few now. See here with what I planted just a few weeks ago with my grandson Marco, they're through already. So once I've planted some coming down here, I will do something by putting a mound over them. So that's some potatoes done. It's nothing ventured, nothing gained. If I don't get much from them, it doesn't matter. They would only have been thrown away. So we'll see what happens now over the next few months. I'm just going to have a look in the beans now to see how many running beans there are to pick. And then hopefully I'll get another video done by the end of this week. And say again, thank you to everyone that has watched the videos and liked or subscribed. I probably won't get one done much over the next week or two because there'll be very little left to do in the garden, except for to get the last few beans. The carrots will be harvested sometime soon, and then it'll be a case of getting the garden cleaned up and tidied up ready for winter and to start all over again. Well, there's a few beans. Apparently as we were away last week, my daughter said that ones that I've got up against the fence there blew over a few times, and she had to pick them up, and unfortunately it was very windy here again last night, and when I came down this morning they were blown over. So they've survived. A few more, and keep watering them. Never know, might get a few more before they come to an end. There's a lot of flowers on the ones here, but again the wind has been doing a lot of damage, but keep going, see what else we can get. I also had the last peas this morning. I came down and got a good number of peas off the peas down here, but they're just about finished as well. And we'll just have a little rummage down there just to see if there are any carrots ready to pull. My cabbages and cauliflowers to the right of here, but they're not much good. I should probably end up pulling them up and throw them. It's Tuesday the 3rd of September, and since I came back off my holiday, which is just over a week ago, I've been coming out into the garden a bit at a time, just doing some tidying up and clearing a few things away. It's sunny today, but it's a little bit cool, and I've noticed that over this last week that a lot of the garden plants are now starting to die off quite quickly, and so there'll be a lot more tidying up that needs to be done. I've been down and cleaned all the rubbish between the cabbage and the cauliflower. I don't think that they're going to be any good, but I'll just leave them in for a little bit longer. And bedding plants, things like that, I've been tidying those up. And in the greenhouse, I went in and I cut back a lot of the leaves and everything to try and get a little bit more sunlight onto the tomatoes and to help the cucumber, but the stuff just doesn't seem to be ripening this year. Whether it's just gone a bit too cold too soon, I'm not too sure. So I'll just quickly go and do a tour of the garden to complete the video for today. And over the weekend I noticed there were a lot of birds coming back into the garden, so I have done a little bit of video which I'll put on at the end and speed some of it up as well. So firstly here we're just looking at the bedding plants. As you can see, they seem to be dying off very quickly. Coleus is going to seed. Interestingly enough, here I've just got a few foxgloves come back out on this plant again, and this has now grown to at least over 7 foot tall. Such a big plant, so I'll just leave that in there till those little extras have died off. Down here you can see where the potatoes I planted before I went on holiday with my grandson. There's a cat just jumped out from behind there. Scat! That's the cat scattered from the garden. That explains why there's been no birds this morning. And I've been wondering why there's been some soil being moved, so it's the cat been doing that. But you can see the potatoes again there that I planted with my grandson a few weeks back, how well they're doing. Nothing yet in the second row, but you'll see the carrots somewhere down there are looking okay. Beans, there's still some more to come on there, so keep them going, keep watering them for a little bit longer. And then we come into the greenhouse, where you can see I've thinned them out, but the plants are not looking too good now, so I think they're coming to the end. So maybe try and ripen the tomatoes on the window ledge eventually. I've mounded this tub up with a potato, and then these that I did in the pots over here, they're doing okay as well. I think that once the tomatoes and the cucumbers are finished, I will put those potatoes in the pots into the greenhouse to help speed them up for later. There are just a few roses still coming. Lovely deep red one there. Some more red ones. And still a lot of plums on the tree. These plums have been beautiful. I've got some stewed ready to eat later on today. the runner beans. And there are just a few more peas. But not enough for a meal, but enough to mix in with a few runner beans. The rhubarb has been very disappointing this year. A little bit overgrown in the corner there, but I need to split that this year. Put some of it in a different patch, plenty of manure. A couple of things I forgot to put in the video earlier on, so I've just come back out again now. I went for the first time last Saturday to a car boot sale, probably the first time for between 15 to 20 years, and managed to find this fork. I picked it up for £3, so that was a good bargain from the car boot sale. And the other thing I meant to just show was I've got over here, I'll just turn the camera around, one sunflower, and that's just actually grown because of a seed from the bird feeder that fell into the pot. I've also got here some daffodil bulbs, and then I brought, just to start off, 2 packets of tulips, ready to start doing some planting for the spring bulbs. I'll be looking out for some more tulips elsewhere as well.